This is the Baccarat Master, and I have an unbelievable new Baccarat system that I'm going to share with you today from one of my subscribers, Brian. He says this is the Complete the Cycle Baccarat system, and man, I can't wait to share this with you. It looks really good, and today we're going to test his new system up against another fantastic Baccarat system. And let's go ahead and get started with that first, and I'll share with you what it is. And let's see which one of these systems makes the most money in 15 minutes. This should be a lot of fun, and can't wait to see the results. And we're going to start with Banker for $10, and let's go ahead and deal. We're starting with 8,326, and here we go. Okay, and we won the first one there. And now we're going to go to player, and we're going to also be at $10. Let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and we lost that one. So now we're going to go from 10 to 20, and we're going to go to Banker. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Okay, that's a tie. So we're just going to rebet that one on Banker for 20. Okay, and we lost. So we have one more Banker here, and we're going to be at 30 now on Banker. And let's go ahead and deal. And then after this, I'll tell you what the cycle is on this one. And there's a win. So the next two are going to be player now, but we're going to go back a unit when we win. So we're going to go from 30 to 20, and we're on player for the next two. Okay, we lost. So we'll go to 30 on player and deal. And we won 6-1 there. So what we're doing here is we're going Banker, player, Banker, Banker, player, player. And we won that one. So now we're going to go from 30 back to 20. And we're going to start the whole thing over again, which is going to be Banker, player, Banker, Banker, player, player. Okay, here we go. Okay, and that is a loss. So we're going to go to 30. And we'll be on player. Because again, it goes Banker, player, Banker, Banker, player, player. Here we go, and the player won. Fantastic. So we go back to 20, and we'll be on Banker for the next two. Okay, and this way of doing it really helps you beat streaks, and that's another win there. So we're going back to 10, and we have one more Banker here. We're going back a unit when we win, up a unit when we lose, and we won. So we'll be on player for the next two at $10, and let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and we lost that one 3-1, so we'll go back up to 20 for one more player, and then we'll start it over. Okay, and the player lost that one, so we go up to 30 and we start over. Okay, so we'll be on Banker now. Again, it's going to go Banker, player, Banker, Banker, player, player. And we lost 8-6, so we'll go to 40 now for player. And then let's deal and see what we get here. We lost again. So now we're going to go Banker the next two, and we're going to go from 40 to 50. And then let's go ahead and deal. Okay, we finally got a win. That's good. So we'll go from 50 back to 40, and we have one more Banker there. Then let's deal. Ouch, we lost that one. So now we'll go to player for the next two. We'll go back to 50. And then let's deal again here. All right, that's a good win for player. So now we have one more player, and we'll be at 40. So as we're going back one when we win. And that is another win for player, 8-0. The king and the jack didn't do the Banker much good there with those zeros, which, you know, all the 10, the jack, the queen, and the king are all worth 0. The aces are worth 1. Everything else is the same. So if you look at that last one there, we had a $40 bet on player. It's time to start the cycle over. We're going to go back to 30 since we won, and we'll be on Banker, and it's going to go Banker, player, Banker, Banker, player, player. All right, here we go. And we lost 2-0 there, so we're going to go up to 40, and we'll be on player. And then let's go ahead and deal. Here we go. And we won. Fantastic. So we'll go back to 30, and we'll be on Banker for the next two. Let's go ahead and deal. Ooh, that jack didn't help us any there because jacks are worth 0. So we'll go to 40 now, and we'll be on player. Then let's deal. All right, good win there. We'll be on Banker the next two now. and we'll be at $30 since we won. And if you lose track and you make the wrong bet, just go ahead and get right back on track, because sometimes you'll forget where you're at. That's okay. Just jump back on board and you'll be just fine. So we have one more banker now, and we'll be at 40 since we lost. We'll go up a unit, and that's a win. So fantastic. So we'll be on player for the next two, and we'll go back to 30. And then let's go ahead and deal. Player one, fantastic. So one more player, and we'll go from 30 to 20. And you want to cash out with this system when the bets get low, and that's what we're going through right now is a winning streak. That's what you want. So if you look up there, we're already at 8,466. We started at 8,336. So we're up about $130 already. So you can see there we are at $20. So we go back to 10 and we start over. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that and deal. Okay, and we won, so we'll be on player for 10. And let's go ahead and deal again here. That's a win, so we'll now be on banker for the next two. And deal. Okay, and let's see. That was a win for banker, and so we have one more on banker. And let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and the player won. So we'll be on player for the next two, and we'll go to 20 after that loss. And let's go ahead and deal. Okay, player won. So we'll go from 20 back to 10, and one more player. And let's deal. Okay, that's a tie. So we'll go ahead and just rebet that one. And we won. So now we'll start back over, and we're still at 10, which is great. And now we're at 8,504. We started at 8,336. So doing amazing with this one. And the banker player, player really helps you beat the streaks, and that's what it's doing right now. And we got a win there. We'll go now to player, which will be followed by two bankers. And we lost that one, so we'll go 10 to 20. And now we'll be on banker for the next two. And that's a nice 8 there at the end there after that 0 count with the 6 and the 4. And so now we'll go from 20 back to 10. And we will be on player now. Let's go ahead and deal. That's a win. So one more player. And again, if you lose track of where you're at, it's okay. Just jump back on board. As long as you stay in the pattern, that's what helps beat the streaks. And we won. I'm sorry, we lost that one. So we'll go to 20 now and start over and deal. Okay. Lost that one 8 to 0. So we'll go to 30 and deal. And then we'll go to player twice. And that is a loss again there. So we'll go to player now, and we'll be at 40. And I think I lost track of a couple of them there. So again, if you do that, just jump back on board. As long as you stay in the cycle, you're going to be fine. But sometimes, especially if you're talking like when you're playing like I am, you might lose track for a second. But just jump back on board where you think you were, and it'll be just fine. So we'll go 40. We won that one. So we'll go, let's look at that again. So we were at 40. So we'll go back to 30. And let's start the whole cycle over again. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Okay, that's an 8 to 9 or 9 to 8 loss there. So we'll go to 40, and now we'll be on player. And I think this is where I messed it up on that last one, but just jump back on, back on track if you do that. And that is a win. So we'll go banker for the next two, and we're going to go 40 to 30 since we won. And let's deal. Okay, and one more banker, and we'll go 30 to 20 since we won. And let's deal. It's nice when you can keep the bets nice and low like this. And we lost, so we'll go player now. And we'll go 20 to 30 after that loss. And deal. Okay, and that's a win for player, so we'll go 30 to 20. And deal. That's another win. We'll start over. Back to 10 on banker. We're going to go banker, player, banker, banker, player, player. And that's a tie, so we'll just rebet that and start again on banker. like it never happened, and that's a win. So now we'll go to player, and we'll still be at 10. We're at 8,005. Was it 8,599 there? Doing great so far, and that's a loss. So we'll go 10 to 20, and we'll be on banker for the next two. And that queen didn't help us there, but it's a tie, so that's okay. We'll just deal again here. Okay, we got a win there, and since the other one didn't count, we'll still be on banker for one, and we'll be back at 10. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Ooh, that 10 didn't help us there at the end. That's a 0 count. So the 10's on the other side still won somehow. So we'll go 10 to 20, and we'll be on player. Here we go. Okay, so we lost that one. So we'll go banker for the next two, and we'll go to 30. And here we go. And here we are. That is a loss. Oh, yep, that almost got it saved, but that jack didn't help us there. So we'll be on banker now for 40. And here we go. And that's a win there. Fantastic. So we'll be on player for the next two. We'll be back to 30. And let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and that's a loss. We'll have one more player, but at 40. And let's deal. And that's a loss. So now we'll start back over, and we'll be at 50. Up a unit when you lose. And this pattern is what really keeps you from, getting smoked when you have a streak. So that's because it goes banker, player, banker, banker, player, player, and really works very well. But now we're on a losing streak. So let's see how well it works now. We're going to go to 60, and we'll be on player. And then we'll go to banker twice. That's a tie. So let's go to banker now, and we'll still be at 60. And deal. One more. There we go. All right, so here we go. We'll be at 50 now. And deal. And we got it. So now we'll be at 40, and we'll be on player for the next two. And deal. All right, we won, so we'll be at 30. And deal. Okay, we lost, so now we'll start over, and we'll be at 40. Now, obviously, you want to work your way close to back down towards 10 when you cash out. And we won that one, so we'll be on player now for 30. Not banker, there we go. And not 40, 30. All right, let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and we lost that one, so we'll go 30 to 40, and we'll be on banker for the next two. And deal. And we lost, so we'll have one more banker, and we'll be at 50. And let's go ahead and deal again here. And not good enough, so we'll be on player for the next two, and we will start at 60. Up a unit when we lose. Ooh, that's not good either. So we'll go to 70 now. We'll be on player for the last time before we restart. And here we go. And that's a tie. I was hoping we'd get that one. So let's just rebet that one and deal. Another tie. My goodness. Let's rebet it and deal again. Another tie. Insane. That's 3 ties in a row. And here we go. This could be good. And we got it. So we'll restart now and go from 70 to 60. On banker and deal. And we lost. So we'll go to player now for 70. And now the bets are getting higher. So now it's time to be patient. Okay. And we lost again. So now we'll go to 80. And we really need to be patient. Because now we have to wait for it to come back. And we're using bankroll to our advantage there. Okay, and we tied again. My goodness. So one more banker here. And we lost again. So we'll go to player for the next two, and we'll be at 90. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Man, this is rough. We'll go to 100 now. This is when you need patience. But it should come back as long as we keep our bankroll and we stay consistent. So let's go to 110 now, and we'll start the cycle over. Okay, here we are on Banker. And we got the win. Fantastic. That ended a long drought. And we'll be on player now for 100. Let's get a win. Here we go. And that's not it right there. We're going to be Banker for the next two at 110. And deal. And we lost again. So one more Banker at 120. And deal. And we lost again. So now we'll be player for the next two at 130. And deal. Man, we're losing them all. So we'll be back starting over at 140 on Banker. Come on, let's do this. Okay, we finally got a win. So now we'll be at 130 on player. Let's get on a run. We didn't get it there, so now we'll be back to Banker and still at 130. So we'll be on this for the next two. Come on, Banker. Okay, there's a good win. One more Banker at 120 now. Let's work our way back down. All right, that came in at the last second. That 7 really saved us after the two singles there. And now we'll be on player for the next two at 110. All right, here we go. And that's not good. So we'll be player one more time at 120. Okay, and we just passed the 15-minute mark. So let's see where we're at. We're actually down. So let's keep going with this one. Let's see if we can bring it back before we ended this first part here. And we'll go to 130. I'm sorry, we're staying at 120. Let's just start back over again now. And Banker, player, Banker, Banker, player, player. We lost again. Now we'll go to player for 130. We got to do a little bit better than this before we move to the next system of the day. And we lost again. So now we'll Banker at 140. But the reason I'm continuing on here, I want you to see how to come back when things are really tough like this. Okay, we finally got a win there, so we'll go to 130 on Banker. But if we're patient, eventually we should go on a run here. Man, that was a close one there. So let's go ahead and just rebet that one and do that one again. Okay, we got it. So now we'll go player twice at 120. And let's work our way back down. Come on. Okay, we got the win there. One more player at 110. And deal. Ooh, that was a tie. I was hoping we'd get that one. Let's just do that player one more time at 110. And we lost. So we restart at 120. Come on, we got to get this back. And we lost. So we'll go to 130 on player. And deal. All right, we got that. Now we'll be on Banker twice at 120. And deal. All right, good deal. So Banker at 110 now. And deal. All right, good deal there. Now we'll be on player twice at 100. And deal. All right, a natural 9. So one more player here at 90. And deal. And fantastic. We restart over now. And actually, we're back up again. So let's end it right there. We started at 83.36, and now we're at 84.46. So we made $110 profit. Now, it did take more than 15 minutes. It took us 18 minutes. So we had to go 3 minutes past there to get our money back. But I wanted you to show you that it can come back. You just have to be patient and use your bankroll to your advantage. And now it is time for the new Baccarat system of the day. I can't wait to share this one with you. Let's just jump right in and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the incredible new Complete the Cycle Baccarat system. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a $10 bet. And this is going to be a follow the winner strategy. And player won last, so we'll be 10 on player. And let's go ahead and deal. Here we go. Okay, we lost the very first one. And if you lose this one, you just stay at $10, and I'll show you what to do next. So since banker won, we're going to be on banker for 10. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and we won that one. So when you win, you go from 10 to 30. So we're going to go up when we win with this system, and we're going to be on banker again because it's follow the winner. So there's $30, and let's deal. Okay, and we lost that one. So we're going to go back to 10, and we'll be on player now. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and the player won that one. Fantastic. So now we go to 30, and we'll stay on player. And then let's deal. And we lost again. So now we switch back to banker and go back to 10. Okay, and deal. Okay, we won that. So we're going to go to 30 now on banker. And deal. Okay, we won that. So now we're going to go from 30 back to 20 on banker. And we lost. So if you lose, you go back to 10 again. And we'll be on player. We're trying to complete a cycle here. And that is a win. So we go from 10 to 30 and we stay on player. Here we go. And let's deal. Okay, we lost that one, so we go back to 10, and we'll be on banker. And there's a lot more to it than this coming up. So here we go. That is a lost 8 to 9, so we stay at $10, and we move to player. Let's deal. Okay, that's a tie, so we just keep the bet where it is and deal. So if you tie, you just keep it where it's at. And that's a win. So we go from 10 to 30 and stay on player. And deal. All right, here we go. And the player lost that one. So now we go back to 10. And now we're at 83.52. We started at 84.46. So that's obviously not good. And now let's talk about what we're going to do next. But let's do one more here at banker for 10. And here we go. Okay, so that's a win. Let's go 10 to 30. Whoops, not on tie. Then I'll share with you the next step in this system. Okay, that's a win. So now we go back to 20 on banker. And deal. So we go 10, 30, 20. That's a win. Now we're going to place a $60 bet on banker. So this is, it goes 10, 30, 20, 60. So let's deal. Okay, and we lost that one. So we go back to 10. And again, we started at 84.46. We're at 83.58. So when you're close to $100 down with this system, then what you want to do is take everything times 2. So instead of starting at 10, we're going to start at 20. And we're going to be on player. So now we're going to do the 1, 3, 2, 6, but take everything times 2. So the player just won that one. So instead of going to 30, we're going to take that times 2, which would be 60. So let's go ahead and do that. And deal. And we won. So the next step would normally be 2. 2 times 2 is 4, so the next bet's going to be 40. And then let's go ahead and deal. And that's a tie. So we just redo that one. $40 on player. And we won. So the final step would be 6 times 2 is $120. And deal. And we lost that one. So we restart, but we do not go back to the 10 because we're not in profit. So we start at 20 again. So now we'll be on banker for 20. Let's deal. And we have to be patient with this one. And that's a win. So remember, everything's times 2. So normally we go from 10 to 30. So 30 times 2 is $60 for the next bet. And deal. Okay, and we lost. So we go back to 20 where we started. And we'll now be on player. Okay, let's go ahead and deal. Okay, and that's a win. So we go, again, normally it's 30 times 2 is 60. And let's deal. And we lost, so we go back to 20. But let's check where we're at now. We started at 84.46, so 83.46, 82.46. So we're getting close to being down 200, and then when that happens, we're going to make another change, but not yet. So banker will still be at 20, and let's deal. Okay, and we lost, so we'll now be on player for 20, and deal. Okay, player 1. So again, normally we go to 3, but 3 times 2 is 6, so it's $60 bet now. And deal. And that's a tie, so we'll just rebet that one and deal. Here we go. And we lost. So now all of a sudden we're down more than $200. Once that happens, we take everything times 3. So let's do that. So now that means instead of 10, we're going to start with 30, and we'll be on banker. Here we go. And deal. And we won that one. So now we take, normally it's 1 and then 3. We're going to take 3 times 3, which is 9, and we're going to have a $90 bet on banker. And here we go, and we got it. So usually the bet's 20 on the third bet, so we take 2 times 3 is 6. Now we're going to have a $60 bet on banker. And we lost. So we go back to where we started at 30 now. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll be on player for 30. And we have to be patient with this one. Eventually we're going to complete one of these cycles. And I know it seems hard because we haven't done it yet, but all you have to do is win 4 in a row. So all you need is 4 in a row of one of these bets to hit. So now we lost that one, so we'll be 30 on banker. And we're just not getting the best deals right now, but that's okay. It'll happen for us, and let's just wait for it. Okay, we lost again. So now we'll go to player for 30 and deal. Okay. And we won. So again, the second bet is 3, so 3 times 3 is 9. So we'll have a $90 bet on player. And again, all we need is to win 4 in a row, and we won 2 in a row there. So now normally the third bet is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. That's a $60 bet on player. And let's deal. And we lost. So now all of a sudden, let's see where we're at. 82.70, 273.70, 470. So we're still at the same level. So we're still at 30. So we'll talk about when it goes up again here in a minute. We'll restart on banker for 30. Okay, we won. So now we take the second bet's normally 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. So 90 and deal. Come on. Oh, that didn't help at all. So we're back to 30 and switch to player. And deal. We need to complete the cycle. We haven't completed the cycle once yet. And we finally got a win there. So now we'll go to that $90 bet. Okay, that's 3 times 3. Ouch, that hurt. So now all of a sudden, we need to go up one more time because we're down to 81.48. So now we're going to go times 4. So let's start over. We'll be on banker for 40. Let's go ahead and deal. So here we go. Man, that's not good at all. That did not help with the 0. So now we'll be 40 on player. And we need to complete some cycles now. My goodness. We haven't even done it yet. And finally got a win. So normally the second bet's 30, so that's a 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. So we have a $120 bet now. And let's deal. Man, we can't do it right now, but that's okay. We're going to be patient. We're going to switch to banker for 40 and deal. Okay, we finally got a win there. So 4 times 3 is 12, so we'll have a $120 bet on banker. And here we go. Man, that is not good. So now we'll have a $40 bet on player. And deal. And we didn't get it. So now we're going to have to go times 5 because now we're down to 79.06. We started at 84.46. So we've just had a really bad luck so far. Now we're going to start with 50. And let's deal. Okay, we got a win. So now we take 5 times 3, which is 15. We have a $150 bet on banker. And all we need to do is win 4 in a row. And okay, we got 2 in a row. So now we take, normally this bet is 2, and we take everything times 5 now. So that's 10. That's a $100 bet on banker. And deal. Oh, we just lost that one. So, okay, so we're going to go back to 50, and we'll be on player. Let me fix that. And we still haven't completed a cycle yet, but it's gonna happen. We just have to be patient, and that's a loss. So let's switch back to banker for 50, and deal. And we won. So we'll take the second bet of 3 times 5 is 15. That's a $150 bet. And again, all we have to do is win 4 in a row. We haven't done it yet. We lost again. So now we're going to have to go 6 times because we're at 78.42. We're down another 100. So let's go ahead and go to 60 on player. And we need to complete a cycle. My goodness. All we have to do, I mean, 4 in a row happens a lot in Baccarat. So we just had really bad luck. Let's switch to banker now for 60. And deal. Okay, we finally got a win. So we'll take 6 times 3 is 18. And we'll be at $180. And let's deal. And we lost again. My goodness. So, okay, so we will now be at 60 on player. And let's deal. Okay, we won that one. So we will now be on 6 times 3 is 18. That's a $180 bet. And deal. And we won that one. Fantastic. So now it's times 2. So 6 times 2 is 12. That's a $120 bet. And deal. And we're taking the 1326 times 6. Okay, now it's time for the final bet. All we have to do to win this is get the 4th win. So now we take the 6 times 6, which is $360 on player. Okay, here we go. And let's deal. And we got it. We finally completed our first cycle. And now all of a sudden we're only down about $100. So what we do now is, since we're down 100, we go back to just 2 times again. So we go back to 20. So we're down 100, so that means we go back to 20. That's when we went from 10 to 20 on the starting bets. So we'll be on player for 20. And let's deal. This is follow the winner still. And we lost, so we'll stay 20 on banker now. And hopefully we'll complete another cycle. Okay, there's a win. So we take the 1, 3. So we take the 3 times 2, which is 6. And just so you guys understand that, it's 1, 3, 2, 6. And we're at 2 times right now. So that's how we got to 60. Let's deal. And we tied. So we just redo that one and deal. Well, that 10 didn't help us at all. So now we'll be at 20 on player. And let's deal. Okay, and we lost. So now we'll be at 20 on banker. And let's see where we're at, 82.78. Okay, if we lose another one, we might have to go to 3 times again. Let's go ahead and deal. And that queen didn't help us at all. So let's go to 20 on player. And deal. Another tie. Let's just rebet that and deal. And we won. So now we'll go, it's normally 1, 3, 2, 6. So we'll take the 3 times 2. That's a $60 bet on player and deal. Man, that's not good. So now we're at 82.38, another 100 down. So we're going to have to go to 3 times again. So now we'll be at 30 on banker. And we won. So now we take the second bet of 3 or 30 times 3 is 90. Let's see if we can get one more cycle before we finish. And we didn't get the win there. So we'll be back at 30 on player. And deal. We got that. So 3 times 3 is 9. We'll have a $90 bet on there and deal. Okay, that's a good win. So now we'll have the third bet's normally 20. So 2 times 3 is 6. That's a $60 bet on player. And we got it. So now we have a chance of completing the cycle again. And we started with 30. So 3 times 6 is 18. That's a $180 bet on player. Here we go. That's not good. And we lost it all. So now since we lost that, we got to go to 4 times. And so we'll start with a $40 bet on banker and deal. And we went over the 15-minute mark. Let's keep going until we get one more cycle here. And we lost. So we're still at 40. We'll go 40 on player and deal. Let's try to get another cycle here. We lost again. So now we have to go to 5 times. So we'll go to 50 on banker and deal. This is follow the winner. And we can't get the win there either. So we'll go to 50 on player. And deal. And we keep losing. So now we're going to have to go to 6 times. We'll go to 660 on banker. And let's see if we can get a run of bankers. And we cannot. So now we'll be 60 on player. And deal. And we lost again. Now we're going to have to go to 7 times. Okay. This is going to be interesting. And we'll be at 7 times on banker here. Give me another card. And that did not do it. So now we'll be at 70 on player. And deal. We need a cycle. And we're continuing to lose. We're going to have to go to 80 now. So now we're going to do 8 times on banker. And we just keep losing. Okay, let's go 8 again on player. Or $80 and deal. Okay, oh man, that got us right at the end. We're going to have to go to 9 times now and switch to banker. And deal. We tied, so we'll just rebet and deal. And we lost again. So, all right, let's go to 10 times. That's a $100 starting bet, and we'll get it here at player. And we won. So the second bet would normally be 3. So 3 times 10 would be 300. And deal. And we got the win. So the third bet would be normally 20. So 2 times 10 is 200. And deal. And we lost. Okay, so we'll still be at 100. We'll be on banker. And deal. Tie, so we'll rebet that and deal. And that's not good at all. So we'll be a 100 on player now. And deal. Come on. And we lost again. So we'll be 100 on banker now. Let's get one more cycle at least and see if we can get one here. And we just keep losing. So we'll be 100 on player now. And deal. And we lost again to that natural 8. So let's do 100 on banker. We're getting wiped with this one now. Looking forward to seeing what you guys think would make this system better. We finally got a win. So we'll go to 3, which would be 3 times 10, which would be 300. Oops, that's 310. Let's go back to 300. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to what you guys think would make this better, because it has not been working like they said it would so far. So okay, so we won there at that 3. So the next bet would be 20 times 10 is 200. And deal. We won that one. So the next one would be 6. 6 times 10 would be 600. So this would complete the cycle of bankers. That'd be a good way to finish. Let's see if we can get it. And let's deal. One more card. Oh, that's not going to do it. So we go back, all the way back to 100 again on player. This has been a rough ride. Okay, we got the win there. So we'll go 10 times 3, 300. Here we go. And deal. And we lost. So 100 on banker now. Oh, that was too many. Looking forward to seeing what you guys think would make this a lot better. That's what this is all about, is getting your guys' feedback and making these systems as good as possible, and keeping everyone involved in the process. And it's a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying that. We got a win there finally, so we'll take the 100 and take it times 3, which would be 300. Let's see if we can complete a cycle. And deal. Okay, that's a win there. So now the third bet's usually 20, so we go to a $200 bet there. And deal. And we didn't get it. So we'll go back to 100 on banker. And deal. Another tie, so we'll just rebet that one. And we won that one, so we'll go 10 times 3, which would be 300 on banker. And deal. Okay, we got the win there. So now we'll go the 2 times 10, which would be 200 on banker. And deal. All right, that's a natural 9. So now we'll place that $600 bet, which would be 10 times 6. Which normally starts 1, 3, 2, 6. But you take it times 10. So let's go up to 6 and deal and see if we can complete a cycle here. And we did. We finally completed a cycle. And I cannot believe this, but we're back up again. Okay, so 8,446. So somehow we ended up about $50 up with this one after that, all that catastrophe, but it took us an extra 8 minutes. We went 23 minutes instead of 15. So it definitely didn't do well for 15 minutes, and we ended up only about $50 up. But this starts out 1, 3, 2, 6, and then once you get down to each 100, you add, or close to 100, you add 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times, and you just take it times the 1, 3, 2, 6 for your bets. And we went a long time without completing a cycle, and we had very few cycles for the whole time there, but somehow we ended back up. But I want to know from you guys what you think would make this system better, because obviously it wasn't fantastic. And or just let me know if you think we just got some bad deals with this one. That happens sometimes as well. But I hope you're enjoying the channel, and if you want to send a system in like this one or whatever you're using, send it in to the Baccarat Master at gmail.com. And that's what this is all about. You guys send in the strategies. We'll test them out together and try to come up with, make them better, or just search for the best Baccarat system each and every day. And I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. If you are, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep growing this community of people. We just started growing it, but let's keep growing this community of people that love Baccarat. And this is the Baccarat Master, and have a great day, everybody.